The crystal chandelier shakes as a loud voice cuts through the air. Olivia Carter stands in the center of her huge living room. Expensive dress, perfect hair, face full of anger. In front of her, a young babysitter, Mia, holds her small handbag close to her chest. Her hands shake. Her eyes are full of tears. Olivia shouts, "Where is my diamond bracelet, Mia? It was on my dresser. Now it's gone. You were the only poor girl in my room." Guests stop talking. Music fades. Everyone turns to look. Mia's lips tremble. "Ma'am, I didn't touch your bracelet. I would never." Olivia steps closer. "Don't lie. Girls like you'll do anything for money." She grabs Mia's handbag and dumps everything on the floor. Lip balm, old phone, a folded bus ticket, a small photo of Mia's sick mother. No bracelet. Mia bends down, her hair covering her face, tears falling on the floor. She whispers, "Please don't do this in front of everyone." From the staircase, a small voice breaks the silence. "Mom, stop." It's Ethan, Olivia and Daniel's 9-year-old son. He holds the railing tightly. His face is pale. Everyone looks at him. Ethan's eyes shine with tears. "If you keep saying poor people are thieves," he says slowly, voice shaking, "then tell them the truth about who you used to be." The whole room freezes. Olivia's smile dies. Daniel's glass slips from his hand and hits the floor. What is Ethan talking about? What secret is he about to reveal in front of everyone? If you were standing there, what would you do? Walk away or stay and listen? Mia stood outside the tall black gate, holding her bag tightly. The Carter mansion looked like a palace. White walls, big windows, a shiny car at the front. She took a deep breath. "Please, God," she whispered, "I really need this job." The gate opened. The guard looked at her from head to toe. "You're the new babysitter?" "Yes, sir. My name is Mia." He nodded and let her in. Inside, everything smelled like fresh flowers and money. Marble floors, paintings on the walls, a huge staircase like in movies. Olivia Carter was sitting on the sofa, scrolling on her phone. Gold bracelet, diamond earrings, perfect makeup. Daniel Carter, her husband, was on a laptop, not even looking up. Olivia raised one eyebrow when she saw Mia's simple clothes. Faded jeans, old shoes, clean but cheap. "So you are Mia," Olivia said. "Yes, ma'am." "You live where again?" "In Rose Lane, ma'am, near the old market." Olivia gave a small, cold smile. "Oh, that side of the city." She looked at Daniel and smirked. Daniel didn't even look at Mia. He just said, "Salary will be fixed. Don't ask for more. We don't like begging here." Mia nodded quickly. "No, sir. I'm just thankful for the chance." Inside, her heart hurt a little, but she stayed quiet. She thought of her mother lying in bed at home, coughing. Medicine was expensive. Rent was late. This job meant food. A small head peeked from behind the sofa. It was Ethan. Big brown eyes. Messy hair. Mia smiled softly. "Hi, you must be Ethan." He didn't answer. He just stared at her, holding a toy car in his hand. Olivia sighed. "He doesn't talk much to strangers. Don't force him. Just keep him quiet and out of our way." Later, in Ethan's room, everything changed. Ethan sat on the floor, drawing. Crayons everywhere. Mia sat beside him. "That's a cool car," she said. "Do you like drawing?" He nodded. She picked up a crayon. "Can I draw with you?" Slowly, he slid a blue crayon toward her. They drew together. A car, a house, a stick-figure family. After some time, Ethan whispered, "My parents are always busy." Mia looked at him gently. "Yeah, they don't listen," he said softly. "But you listen." Her eyes filled with tears, but she blinked them away. "I'm here now," she smiled. "You can tell me anything." Days passed. Ethan started talking more. He laughed with Mia. He waited at the window when she came. One evening, Mia walked past Olivia's room. The door was slightly open. On the dresser, she saw a sparkling diamond bracelet. It shined under the light like ice. Mia froze. She remembered her own cheap bracelet back in her small house, a gift from her mother. She looked away quickly. People like us, she thought, we don't even touch things like that. In the living room, Olivia was talking to her rich friends. I'm hosting a charity dinner this Saturday, Olivia said proudly. Important people will be here. We must look perfect. Her friend laughed. And your little slum babysitter? Will she be here too? Olivia smirked. Yes. I told her to wear something presentable. I don't want the house to look like a shelter. The women laughed. Mia stood in the hallway, hearing every word. Her throat burned. Tears stung her eyes. But she stayed quiet. For Mom, she thought. For rent, be strong. That night, Ethan came to her in the kitchen. Mia. Yes, buddy? He touched her arm gently. Don't be sad, he whispered. I heard them. My mom can be mean. Her eyes widened. You shouldn't talk about your mom like that, Mia said. But it's true, Ethan answered. One day they will regret it. Mia looked at him, surprised by his serious face. At the top of the stairs, Olivia stood in the dark, watching them. Her jaw tightened. This charity dinner. This poor babysitter. This quiet son who had seen too much. Something was going to break. Saturday night. The Carter mansion glowed with golden lights. Expensive cars lined the driveway. Laughter and music filled the air. Inside, waiters moved around with trays. Guests in long dresses and suits took selfies under the chandelier. Mia stood near the staircase, wearing her best dress. It was clean but simple. Light blue, no brand, no sparkle. She kept smoothing the fabric with her hands, feeling nervous. Olivia walked down the stairs. Her dress was bright red. Her neck shined with a diamond bracelet. Everyone stared at her. Oh my God, Olivia, you look stunning, one guest said. Olivia touched the bracelet proudly. Custom made, she smiled. Very expensive. She glanced at Mia and whispered to her friend, I hope she doesn't steal the shine. They laughed. Mia heard the word steal. Her stomach dropped. In Ethan's room, Mia played with him while the party went on. They built a small city with blocks. Ethan seemed happy, but he kept looking at the door. Do you want to go downstairs? She asked. He shook his head. I don't like when they pretend, he said. Pretend? They act kind in front of people, Ethan replied. But when the guests leave, they are different. His words were simple, but heavy. After some time, Olivia called from downstairs. Mia, bring Ethan to say hello to the guests. Mia held Ethan's hand and walked down. The music lowered. Everyone awed at the cute boy. Olivia smiled for the cameras. This is my son, Ethan, she said. And this is our babysitter, Mia. She's from the less lucky side of the city. We like to give chances. Her words sounded kind, but her tone cut like a knife. Some guests smiled politely. Others looked at Mia's dress and turned away. Ethan squeezed Mia's hand. She forced a small smile. After a few minutes, Olivia snapped, Okay, take him back. The adults need to talk about important things. Mia and Ethan went back upstairs. Later, when the party was in full swing, Olivia went to her room to fix her makeup. She opened the drawer. Her hand reached for the bracelet box. Empty. Her heart jumped. She looked around. On the floor, on the dresser, in the bathroom. Nothing. Her breathing got fast. No. Where is it? Then her eyes turned cold. Mia. She stormed downstairs. Mia. Where's Mia? Everyone turned. The music stopped again. Mia came from the hallway, holding a glass of juice she had brought for Ethan. Yes, ma'am. Olivia marched toward her. Where's my bracelet? Mia blinked. Bracelet. The diamond bracelet I was wearing tonight. Olivia shouted. It's gone. You went upstairs. You were in my room before the party. Don't play innocent. Mia's face turned white. Ma'am, I never touch your things. You can search me. I would never. I will search you, Olivia yelled. She grabbed Mia's handbag and shook it. Things fell again. Phone. Keys. That small photo. No bracelet. Olivia's friends watched eagerly. Some recorded on their phones. Daniel joined in, his face hard. "We trusted you, and this is how you repay us," he said. "People from your background, we should have known." Mia's eyes filled with tears. Her voice cracked. "Sir, please believe me. My mother is sick. I would never risk this job. I swear on her life." Olivia didn't care. "You are fired," she said coldly. "Get out of my house right now, before I call the police." She pulled some cash from her clutch and threw it on the floor. "Here, for your performance." The notes landed near Mia's shoes. Everyone stared. Mia looked at the money, then at Olivia. Her hands shook. "I am poor," Mia whispered, "but I am not trash." A tear rolled down her cheek. She bent down, picked up her photo, left the money on the floor, and turned to leave. At that moment, a small voice cut through the silence. "Mom, stop lying." Everyone turned. Ethan stood on the staircase again. His little hands gripped the railing. His face was red. His eyes were wet but strong. "What did you say?" Olivia asked slowly. Ethan came down step by step. He walked past the guests, past the cameras, and stood next to Mia. He held her hand. He looked up at Olivia. "I saw the bracelet," he said. "You put it in your red jewelry box before the party. You didn't lose it." Olivia's face went pale. "Ethan, you're confused. Go back to your room." But Ethan shook his head. "No," he said, voice louder now. "I also heard you and Dad talking last night." He turned to the guests. "You want everyone to think you are perfect and generous. But you are hiding something." Daniel's jaw tightened. "Ethan, that's enough." Ethan's lip trembled, but he didn't stop. "You always say poor people are lazy and thieves," he said. "But you never tell them who you used to be." Gasps filled the room. Olivia's legs felt weak. Daniel's hand tightened around his glass. So hard his knuckles turned white. What was their son about to reveal? In front of the whole world? The room was silent. Even the air felt heavy. Ethan stood between his parents and Mia, like a small bridge between two worlds. He swallowed hard. "When you think I'm sleeping," he said, "I can still hear you." He looked at Olivia. "Last week, you were crying in the kitchen. You told Dad, 'I never want to be that poor girl again, the one who cleaned other people's houses.'" Murmurs spread through the guests. Olivia's eyes widened. Ethan continued, "You said a rich lady once called you a thief. She accused you of stealing her bracelet. You cried, but no one believed you. You promised you'd never be poor again, and you promised you would never let poor people come close." His voice cracked, "because they remind you of who you were." Olivia's knees almost gave way. Daniel grabbed her arm. One of the guests whispered. Olivia was a maid. "Is this true?" another asked. Ethan's small chest rose and fell quickly. "You always tell me to never lie," he said. "But today you lied about Mia. You hid your bracelet and blamed her, just like that rich lady blamed you." He turned to Mia. "I saw it," he said softly. "You didn't take anything. You were with me the whole time." Mia's eyes overflowed with tears now. She shook her head, shocked. "Ethan, why didn't you say something before?" He wiped his nose with the back of his hand. "Because I was scared of them," he whispered. "But I'm more scared of becoming like them." Those words cut deeper than any shout. Olivia covered her mouth. Tears slid down her cheeks. Her makeup began to break. Daniel's face turned red with shame. He looked around and saw the guests' eyes. No respect now, only judgment. A man in a suit stepped forward. "So all this charity, all these speeches about helping the poor," he said softly, "and you still look down on them?" Another woman added, "And you humiliate a girl in front of everyone for something she didn't do?" Slowly, people started putting down their glasses. A few guests walked toward Mia. "I'm so sorry you had to go through this," one woman said to her. "You didn't deserve this." "This is wrong," another guest muttered. The perfect image of the Carters fell apart in minutes. Olivia could no longer stand tall. She stepped down from her high place, heels clicking weakly on the floor. She came closer to Mia, eyes red, voice shaking. "Mia," she whispered, I am so sorry." Mia stayed still. She remembered every insult, every laugh, every time Olivia made her feel small. "Do you know," Olivia continued, her voice breaking, "that everything Ethan said is true?" She looked at her guests. "I was once like her," she said, pointing at Mia. "I was a maid. I cleaned houses. I washed dishes. I slept on coal floors." Tears streamed down her face. "One day, a bracelet went missing in that house. They accused me. They called me a thief. They threw money at my face, just like I did today." Her body shook as she cried. "I swore I would never be poor again, but in trying to escape my past, I became the monster who hurt me." She turned back to Mia and fell to her knees. Gasps filled the room again. "Mia," Olivia said in a broken voice, "I treated you like dirt. I forgot my own pain. I forgot what it feels like to be powerless. Can you ever forgive me?" Mia stepped back, shocked to see this rich woman on the floor. Daniel cleared his throat, eyes wet. "I'm also guilty," he said quietly. "I let it happen. I joined in. I am ashamed." He looked at Mia. "If you want, we will tell everyone tonight what we did," he said. "We will also give you your job back with higher pay. We will pay for your mother's treatment. No conditions." Everyone looked at Mia. For the first time, the power was in her hands. She looked at Ethan, the little boy who had chosen truth over comfort. She smiled weakly at him. "You are very brave," she said. Mia turned to Olivia and Daniel. "I don't want you on your knees," she said softly. "Stand up." They slowly stood, eyes on the floor. "I will never forget what you did," Mia continued. "The words you used, the things you said." Olivia's lips trembled. "But," Mia added, "I also remember my mother's words. Never let rich people turn your heart into stone. If you get a chance to forgive, forgive. But never let anyone treat you like garbage again." She took a deep breath. "I forgive you," she said. "Not for you. For myself. So I don't carry this pain forever." Olivia sobbed quietly. "But I will not come back as your babysitter," Mia finished. Everyone looked surprised. "I will use my time to study," Mia said, "to find a job where people respect me. If you truly feel sorry, help me pay for my mother's treatment and my college fees. Not as charity, but as correction." Daniel nodded quickly. "Yes, of course. We will do it. It's the least we can do." Olivia wiped her tears. "And I will never speak about poor people the same way again," she said. "I will tell this story in every charity event I host. I will never hide my past. Maybe it will stop someone else from becoming like me." Ethan walked over and hugged Mia tightly. "Thank you for staying kind," he said, "even when they were not." She hugged him back. "Promise me," she whispered, "you will grow up and be different. Be kind to everyone, rich or poor." He nodded into her shoulder. That night, some guests left early, uncomfortable with the truth. Others stayed, talking softly to Mia, asking about her mother, offering real help. The Carters' reputation was cracked, but maybe, for the first time, their hearts were open. Mia left the mansion with tears on her face, but her head held high. She was still poor, but not powerless. Final message. Sometimes, the people who hurt others the most are the ones who were hurt before. But pain is never an excuse to crush someone weaker than you. Money can buy a big house, fancy clothes, and shiny bracelets, but it can never buy a kind heart. Always remember, the way you treat those with less power than you shows who you really are.